Welcome to Hall Talk. My name is Schreibman. I'll be joined by my panelists shortly. With the fall sports season coming to an end, men's soccer has lost 3 in a row, 2 of them to ranked opponents, including a loss against Butler Wednesday night. They now sit in 8th place in conference play, 2 points out of 6. Can the team rally with 2 games remaining? We'll find out in our segment of Fact and Fiction. Moving from the pitch to Walsh Gymnasium, volleyball has split the weekend series with Providence and Creighton. With 7 matches remaining, they're tied for 4th in the conference standings with Butler. Can the volleyball team sneak into the tournament? We'll find out shortly. This is Hall Talk. Welcome back to the show. With fall sports season nearly coming to an end, we have a lot to get to, so let me introduce my panel for the evening. Matt Lamb, JP Proulx, how are you guys doing?
Oh, it's great to be here, especially with you and, of course, JP.
And same way to you, Matt. And you know what? I'll say for Dylan, too.
Thanks, guys. We're going to start with men's soccer, and it's been a tough time out on the pitch. The men's soccer team has dropped 3 games in a row, including a loss to Butler on Wednesday night. That really, they had a lot of possession. What were your initial reactions after the game?
My initial reaction, number one, is they had too many dumb penalties in that game, especially in the first half. It was the 34th minute when Butler scored that goal on the PK. I'm going to argue that it may or may not have been a penalty, but that's just semantics right now. You shouldn't have been in that situation anyway, and that's ended up being the game winner. So I'll say that was a big problem, too many dumb penalties.
Against a solid team like Butler, I thought Seton Hall played really well for the most part of that game. I mean, you did give up 2 goals, 1 on a penalty kick and 1 on a shot that was almost unsavable by Butler. But at the same time, I think that Seton Hall came out with a sense of urgency, knowing that they had lost 2 in a row and really tried everything they could. They just weren't able to find anything on the offensive end, and that's how they were shutting out once again.
It's been a tough stretch for men's soccer. We mentioned 3 games in a row in the rundown, including that was Butler ranked number 21 in the country. Georgetown at the time was ranked 13 when they lost 3-0. That was the 4th time Seton Hall got shut out this season, and we really saw 2 different outcomes against these ranked teams. Georgetown came out and scored 2 goals in the first 11 minutes, even though Andres Arcila played well. Against Butler, Seton Hall controlled the possession for most of the game and was unable to capitalize. Let's talk about these 2 different outcomes because an early start has plagued the Pirates all season. What did you see against Georgetown?
In the Georgetown game, they were just outplayed. It's as simple as that. And they're a great team, and you're going to expect that against great teams. Like last time I was on, we were singing the praise of the soccer team. Now, not so much. We'll see what happens right now, but Georgetown's just great, and you got to tip your hat to them sometimes.
Andres Arcila with that leadership against Georgetown. He still finished with 4 shots and 2 on goal. Matt, let's talk about him. As the captain of this team, he has really led the team all season.
Yeah, he's been the driving force for this Pirates squad all season long. He's been the one player to go to on this team that you know you can get something out of. You know, he leads the team in goals and points by a long shot. But when you're looking at these past couple games and that loss to Providence too, against another lower tiered team, scrappy team, they just weren't able to get shots up. 7 shots against Providence, 9 and 9 against both Butler and Georgetown. I mean, Butler and Georgetown, of course, you have to tip your hat, like JP said, to those teams, ranked teams. They were just the better teams in those games. But then the Providence game, you have to beat the games, or win the games that you're supposed to, and then Seton Hall just wasn't able to do that.
Against Butler was an interesting display because Seton Hall, they outshot Butler 9-5. They outshot Butler on goal 5-4. The Pirates now fall to 0-4-1 all time against Butler. But one player that really played well, if we could take positives out, was Jonathan Jimenez. What can you say about his play? And name some positives from this defeat against Butler.
I think he was always on the rush. They were always trying to get him the ball up. But the thing is he just missed it high, he'll miss it wide, or just right into the chest of the goaltenders. So he played well. They played well as a team. They did control the ball. They had more corner kicks. They had more shots on goal. All that. They were the better team per se. It's just the ball didn't go in the back of the net. And Jimenez definitely led the charge on the offensive end.
Yeah, both Panelists and Arcila had some solid takes right in the first half, but it just ended up going into the goalie's hands.
And we're going to move into one of our favorite games here of Fact or Fiction. And we're going to start, this team sits 2 points out of these comments. We'll get that in a minute. But Peyton Elder, he started the last 3 games during this 3-game losing streak. It's been the most talked about thing all season. Fact or Fiction, Peyton Elder will continue to start on Saturday in their next game. JP?
I say fact. At this point, I don't see them going to any other goaltenders right now. It's going to be his team. Whether or not they win is going to be up to him. And if he plays well, they'll win. If he doesn't, they won't. It's pretty simple.
Matt Lamb, real quick, fact or fiction. Peyton Elder will start.
Saying fact on this, redshirt sophomore, one of the oldest players on the team now. You're going to have a senior graduating goalkeeper who hasn't played a lot. Catch it all was injured, and Elliot Mumford just hasn't seen action lately. You have to go with Peyton Elder. Give him some more reps as he may be the starter next season too.
Real quickly, fact or fiction. Seton Hall will beat Xavier on Saturday.
I'm going to say fact. I'm going to be positive on them. I think they have the stuff to maybe get that win against Xavier. They have to win this, in my opinion, to make the Big East tournament, which is iffy right now. They're right on that bubble there. So they need to get the win if they want to make it, and I'm going to say they do.
Will the Pirates beat Xavier on Saturday? Fact or fiction?
Say fiction on this one. Xavier's 4-3 in conference play. You're playing this team, Seton Hall's playing on the road. Just don't see it happening for the Pirates.
Fact or fiction, their leader, their captain, Andre Sarcillo, will score on Saturday. Real quickly, just fact or fiction?
We're going to go fact.
Fact as well.
And we're going to move into the most important one now, in my opinion, of this segment. Seton Hall will make the conference tournament. They sit 2 points out with 2 matches to go.
I'm going to say fiction on this one. Just 1 goal in the past 3 games. You're kind of just lacking that, firepower and that's pizzazz, really, that the Pirates have had, earlier in the season, that spark that really just kind of ignited the team. They just don't have it right now.
Fact or fiction?
Fact. Why not? Why can't they pull off a couple wins? So we'll go fact.
And where we'll see Seton Hall 2 points out with 2 matches remaining. They sit in 8th place in the conference. We actually did get a recap from Chris Famularo on Wednesday night.
Hey there, Seton Hall sports fans. My name is Chris Famularo, and I'm currently here at O&T Carroll Field. Tonight we have a matchup between the Seton Hall University Pirates and the Butler University Bulldogs. The Pirates currently sit at 5-8-1 on the season and 2-4 in the Big East Conference. Tonight is a critical matchup because the Pirates are looking to advance themselves into the Big East tournament, where they are currently tied for 7th 3 ways at 6 points. If they were to win tonight, it would helpfully get them into the Big East tournament. Let's find out what's going to happen next at this Big East Conference matchup. Seton Hall started off tonight's game with a very weak offensive strike. They actually only started off with 3 shots on goal in the first half with 4 corner kicks. Butler, on the other hand, had a very strong offensive attack. They had 3 shots on goal as well for the first half to start. They inevitably scored on a penalty kick by Lewis Studdick at the 34th minute. Later on, Seton Hall's defense would pick up and finish off the first half quite strong, preventing any further attacks from Butler's offensive game. The Pirates started off the second half much stronger than they did the first half. They increased their shots on goal amount from 3 in the first half and finished out with a total of 8 to end the game, and increasing their corner kicks from 4 to 7. They had numerous scoring attempts in the second half, especially in the latter part and around the 20-minute mark to conclude the game. Numerous attempts, but Butler inevitably ended up getting the upper hand with another goal at the 50th minute by Isaac Galliford. In the end, Seton Hall men's soccer team is looking to bounce back after this loss and still contend for the Big East tournament. I'm going to throw it back to you guys in the studio. This is Chris Famularo signing off at O&T Carroll Field.
Thanks, Chris. We'll see what the Pirates can do as they take on Xavier this Saturday. We're going to move from the pitch into Walsh Gymnasium, and we're going to talk a little bit about volleyball. Volleyball 13-11 now. They're 7-4 in conference play after they split matches this weekend, beating Providence and then losing to Creighton, who's 8-1 in the Big East, the ranked team, a very good team. Let's just get initial thoughts and reactions from this weekend, which I think is a very productive one, JP.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't expect them to go on the road and beat Creighton. We're going to be real here. That's just a dominant team. Let's Creighton, everyone else, and we're going to talk about Providence though, who they came out very well, got that big win. That's a team that they're in the middle of the pack with. That's a team they have to win if they want to make the Big East tournament.
And Matt, speaking of that Creighton match, no Seton Hall players had over 10 kills in the match. Abby Thielen led them once again with 9. Her leadership has been premium this year.
Yeah, of course. I mean, she's been someone who's come out for this team and has done everything for the Pirate squad to keep them, at the same spot as they were last year, and if not improving. You said Mason also had 8 kills in that match against Creighton. So she has also been somebody who's really been productive for this team.
Dominique Mason as well had 13 kills in their win against Providence. In the Creighton match, they were outplayed. 3 Creighton players had 10 or more kills. They out-aced them 6-0. It was really Creighton's way, but the Providence match was positive. We turn to the Big East tournament picture now. Seton Hall sits tied for 4th with Butler in the conference at 7-4. Villanova 3rd, 7-3. What does this team have to do to sneak into the conference tournament like they did last year?
I say win all the games they need to win. Let's throw out the Marquette game as of right now. We're going to assume that's a loss. If they can go 5-2, 6-1 the rest of the way, that's key. I say that Villanova game on the road is going to be the biggest one. If they win that one, then I think they will definitely make it. So I'm going to circle that one as the key game.
Yes, this team certainly has all the right tools to succeed. When you're looking at this, the players in general, of course, the outside hitters, middle blockers have been so crucial for this team this season. I'm looking at the setters. I'm looking at Maggie Spellbar and Sophia Coffey. Need to know where your best players are on the court. Need to know where Dominique Mason is. Need to know where Abby Thielen is. Need to know where Sheree Barnes is even too. She's been really productive as a graduate transfer. If the setters are able to put the outside hitters in good position, it's going to be a successful weekend for the Pirates.
Speaking of Sophia Coffey, one of the leaders of this team, she's played 85 straight matches in a row. That leads all active Pirates on the team so far. We're going to move into another segment here on Hall Talk called Fast Take. We're going to answer these questions quickly. JP, starting with you, will this team make the conference tournament?
I say yes.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Okay, and obviously for them to make the tournament, they're going to have players step up. So I'm going to ask a player that is key for this team to step up to make the tournament.
Well, if you ask me, Dominique Mason has to continue at the high level that she's on. So I'm going to go with her. If she continues in this path, they can go 6-1, 5-2 the rest of the way.
I'm going to say a combination of Haley Gasser and Caitlin Koska. Koska is fifth on the team in kills and second in blocks. Haley Gasser leads the team in blocks and is first in the team in blocks and fifth in kills. So you have to look at both these players as someone that can step up when the star players are down.
And so moving forward, a bold prediction that for this team for the rest of the season.
I'm going to say they're going to win that 3-game road streak, all 3 of them. It's bold. It's bold, I know. But I'm going with that because that can happen. I'm just letting you know.
And I say they win out at home. I mean, if we can combine those two,
that's undefeated.
That would be excellent. But I'm going to say they win out at home. They're 6-2 so far at Walsh Gymnasium at home this season. Coach Allier has stressed so much, and you need to win games at home, and I don't see why they can't do that.
Pirates have done a great job this year of defending Walsh Gym. They're just 5-5 on the road this season, so JP, they're really going to have to step it up for your bold prediction. They're 2-4 on neutral court. Who should win team MVP so far? Who's really carried this team?
Well, I'm going to go with the obvious answer. It's Abby Thielen and then the rest of the team. You can make arguments for other players. I know you certainly will, but I'm going to go with Abby Thielen. It's the easy answer, and I think it's the right one.
I'm going to say Dominique Mason here. Just when you look at Abby Thielen, she's done so much for this team, but Dominique Mason has kind of done some stuff that's behind the scenes more for this Pirate squad. She's second in kills, second in digs, has done so many good things for this Pirates team. And
so moving forward, the biggest key or the biggest thing they need to change real quickly?
Oh, biggest thing they got to change, I think they have to communicate more. A lot of these games that they're down, they do not communicate at all. When they're up, you can hear them yelling. But when they're down, they lose their confidence and they just sink into their skins and they just do it all themselves.
Yeah, you can't get the lows too low, the highs too high. Just play good defense throughout the game. Consistently. Sarah Kennewick, has done a great job this season replacing Tessa Fournier as head libero.
The Pirates home against DePaul and Marquette this weekend. We'll see how they do, gentlemen. Thanks for joining me here on Hall Talk and fall season.
Always good.
Fall season coming close to its conclusion. Stay tuned for the next 2 weeks of Hall Talk as we preview men's and women's basketball. Coming up, stay tuned.